Trust me, 56 medium starter. This guy's name is McMuffin. That is one of the best names I've ever seen in NHL. The man is called McMuffin. McDonald's, please sponsor this man. That is unbelievable. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and to the Montreal Canadiens franchise mode in NHL 20. In the past episode, one word, heartbreak. Up 3-0 in round number 2 against the Ottawa Senators. They reverse swept us, winning 4 games in a row after we won 5 games in overtime in the first 2 series. I don't know what happened. Our team just completely stopped producing for some reason. But looking at our team, it is incredible. Drysdale was at 96, went down to 95. Looking at our team, we had so much power up front. Very good defense. Very good goaltender, Tashchenko at 86. But we're going to jump into the NHL entry draft. Hopefully even improve our team a bit more. I don't know what else I can do, but we'll see what happens here. At number 1, I checked this guy. Jeffrey Dalcol had 59 goals and 146 points. More than 2 point per game average with the Winnipeg Ice and WHL. He's listed as NHL ready at 17, similar to Jeff Carter. His rating is going to be incredible. That Maxim Kulemin there, similar to Sean Couturier at 18. Ernest Miel, a defenseman, looks like to be an offensive defenseman. Then Skylar Ekblad there at 17, similar to Chera, 6'4", 209, 209 pounds. So I'm taking a look as well later rounds. So this guy, Mikhail Nisimov, 3 years NHL ETA. But in the later rounds of the draft, you could get this guy. He's a gem, Mason Sharma. Goaltender at 18, guaranteed medium elite. Also, this guy, Jason Girard, could be medium franchise, ranked to go 60th overall in the draft. So let's jump into the NHL entry draft. The Washington Capitals actually won the draft lottery. As for our picks, we have a pick over at 26 for round number 1. We do have a pick, I believe, a couple in round number 2. We have number 12 and number 15. Available in round number 2, so we're going to be able to take that guy that's ranked to go 60 that could be medium franchise, and we'll be able to take the guy that's ranked to go in the 140th overall that's guaranteed medium elite. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into my pick. I don't want to sacrifice too much. I already have a good system with good prospects, so I'm going to go with our pick here. Let's look at the start of the draft. So 79 overall medium elite, Dalcol. Kulemin 79 medium elite. Miel 78 medium elite. 77 medium elite for Ekblad. High top 6, 67 para for the Blues, and a high top 4. 79 medium elite of Finogenov. So the Ducks and the Blues skip over a 79 medium elite. That's pretty bad for them. As well, Anisimov medium elite for the Sabres. So some pretty good picks there. Even Atkinson there, medium elite at number 16. After that, looks like it's all top 6s and top 4s. It's going to make our pick here 26 overall. So it's going to be either one of these guys here, Neil O'Reilly or Jacob Hurdle. They're both guaranteed medium top 6. 17 years old, ETA 3 years. 18 years old, ETA 3 years. So like the guy that's a bit older at 18. He's a Czech player, Jakob Hurdle. Firstly, the Montreal Canadiens would like to congratulate the Ottawa Senators on their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. With our first pick, the Montreal Canadiens are extremely proud to select out of the Extra Liga defenseman Jacob Hurdle. Hopefully he's a good rated 62 medium top 6, so definitely not bad. So for a second pick, I'm actually going to take this guy that could be medium franchise. You never know. At worst, it could be elite. Girard, let's see what his rating is. 52 medium elite, right wing sniper. So I'm happy with that pick. We have a pick, just a few picks after that at 46 overall. Not a lot after that. A lot of guys that are grayed out. Could be something. This guy, guaranteed low top 6. Or scouts like him, a centerman at 17, 45 points in 67 games. This guy here, Carson Ryder, actually had 48 points at 17. This guy is guaranteed low top 6, low top 4. This guy, guaranteed low top 6, is actually a gem. He had 39 points, a centerman at 18. Stanley Jackman, he has Stanley in his name. He must bring good luck. 61 low top 6, and really not a great pick there. So here we are in the third round, 66 overall. These guys are guaranteed. This guy could be a low elite. Kyler Packard, 56 points, 17 years old. These guys are guaranteed low top 6 and low top 4. I'm going to take a chance with him. Hopefully something good. Kyler Packard, low top 6. So again, the other guys that have been guaranteed low top 6 anyway. For our next pick, I'm going to take the player that's guaranteed to be medium elite. Oh, medium starter guaranteed there. This guy's got to go 140th. So chances are it's going to be taken before our next pick. So I'm going to take him just to be safe. 48 overall, medium elite. It's another goaltender we can use for trade bait if needed. And then we'll be able to make our next pick here. A couple of guys that could be low elite. Never know. This guy here, scouts recommend him. Rafael Rivera. A couple of goaltenders. This guy is 19. ETA 5 years. Or scouts like him. Trusting him. 56 medium starter. This guy's name is McMuffin. That is one of the best names I've ever seen in NHL. The man is called McMuffin. McDonald's, please sponsor this man. That is unbelievable. All right, so McMuffin is in the NHL now. You love to see that. Let's look at our next pick, 181st overall. Jackson Sawyer, goaltender, 50%, could be medium elite. He is 59 overall, medium elite. In this entire franchise mode, we've done a great job in drafting elite potential goaltenders, helping out our trade value. That is fantastic. These guys here is basically a shot in the dark. Wilson Tapper, Dorian Harrison, René Levasseur, a centerman, 58 points and 19. It's a French name played in the queue. Let's take him. Hopefully he's a good rating. 58 low top 9, so not great. Actually have one more pick here in the 7th round. 212th overall. Apostolopoulos. How can I not pick that name? Reese Apostolopoulos. We have him. We have McMuffin. I'm telling you, this draft is full of great names. He's an Italian. Look at that. An Italian Apostolopoulos. Welcome to Montreal. Things you love to see. And that will conclude the draft. Couple of medium elite potential guys. Very happy about that. And let's look at the re-sign phase. See what situation our team is in. So we're going to re-sign Patrick Marleau. He didn't win his Stanley Cup, but he wants to stay with the team. Our head coach, he only has 60% team fit, but A pluses everywhere instead of teaching, which is just an A, but still very good. I'm happy with the coaching staff. They brought us that far. They brought us to the playoffs once again. Maybe this will be our last year with our head coach. If we don't make it at least to the Stanley Cup final, maybe I can look at a head coach change. But looking at the lines, I mean, we had a ton of chemistry, and that's something that has to do with the coaching staff. So we're going to sign Brendan Ho. And yeah, so that's going to do it. Our scouts are going to be re-signed. We send offers to our coaches. Taking a look now at our team contracts, we have $43 million of cap space to work with. We have a couple of big contracts to sign, though. Leon Draisaitl wants 11.7 for 7 years. I'm going to go by position. Trevor Wong and Shane Wright want contracts, 9.5. I mean, honestly, we could sign all of these guys. Shane Wright, 7.4 for 1 year. What if I make it 5 years at 8.75? How about that? I want to keep him around, and I know he's probably going to want more than 8.75. So if I can get him on that deal, 87 overall at 21, I think that's a very good deal for us. We have the cap space to afford them for sure. 9.5 for 6 for Trevor Wong. As for wingers, our two main pieces are signed. Right wingers, Gallagher. He's our captain, 4.9 for 3 years. That's reasonable. Gonna bring back our captain 100%. Defense, Churchman and Theodore want new contracts. Subban, maybe bring him back to 1 year. 1.8, that's nothing. We're gonna be able to sign him. Goaltenders. Samsonov, 100% gonna give him a contract. $1 million for 1 year. He wants to prove himself. That's fine with me. Kane Primo and McNiven. Demko is still under contract. I'm gonna re-sign all the big guys here. Trevor Wong, 9.5 for 6. I mean, it's under 10, so it's pretty reasonable. Drysdale there, 7 years for 11.7. Maybe give him 6 until he's 35. It's a lot of money, but it's a franchise, guys. They don't grow on trees. 6.5, 6.2 for 5 years for Domi. Maybe just a couple of years. 6.250. Let's see if he comes back for 2 years because he's already 30. I'm going to see if those guys will sign. As for defense, so we're going to have to give contracts to those guys. We have 43 million in cap space, which is huge. 6.5 for 5 years until he's 32. That's perfect. Shea Theodore, 7 million for 5 years. Going to wait on him. He's already 29. There you go. Leon Draisaitl back with the team, $11 million. He's going to be buying himself a Ferrari. He's going to upgrade his mansion, put a big pool next to it. He's going to get paid after being paid under $9 million as a 96 overall. He's making the money he deserves. Our captain is back. Max Domi is back. Subban's going to reject. That's okay. Churchman is back. Shane Wright is back, as well as Trevor Wong. Samsonov is going to reject. So that's the guy that I 100% want to return. Well, guys, we may be able to get the core of our team back. We only have 1.8 of cap space left, though. That's the thing. So for forwards, we're set. We don't have to worry about that. Defense, we only have really 3 defensemen. I'm going to have to let one of these guys walk, unfortunately. Subban, maybe get him back in free agency. We only have 1.8 million left. But what I'm going to do at free agency, I'm going to try to trade Demko to be able to free up some money to sign Samsonov. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to qualify him for now, as well as Primo. And then we're going to jump into free agency and fill in the holes we need to fill. All right, so before going into free agency, I like to look at what we need. So we have 2.6 of cap space right now. As for forwards, we don't need anybody because we're pretty much set. For forwards, look at that. We have all 12 guys. We have a bunch of centers, so I'm not worried at all. Defense, we need a couple of defensemen for sure. I mean, Anderson, we're probably going to bring him back. We RFA'd him. He's an RFA. We sent him an offer. So worst case scenario, we could work with that defense. I did qualify Samsonov. We have Demko, but Samsonov's an 83 at 23, all right? Demko, 87, but he's 29. 5.5 million in cap space. I'm hoping we can trade Demko and get a couple of pieces back. I want to see what's available in free agency. Hopefully a good defenseman. And right now, Charlie McAvoy, 11 million. Luke Kunin was 10.3 million. 89 overall. Wow. Noah Hannafin, Arsene there, medium elite, 89 at 22 in RFA. Marshall is in free agency, 87 still at 37. Shattenkirk, Aturati, 90 overall at 22. There's Shea Theodore, Batterson, Rupe, Hintz, Honka, Adam Fox, Sanheim. Going to take a look at all of the defensemen. We're going to have to work some magic in this franchise mode for sure because we're going to have about 7 million cap space left. We could get a guy like Adam Fox. That would be huge for our team. Honestly, a guy like him would be awesome to have. Even a guy like Hulavy, some of those good defensemen. Taking a look now at 2 ways. Maybe there's a guy that's like 79. This guy is an RFA. Leopold. I mean, we can send him an offer sheet. Never know. 2-way, 0.950. This guy, 79 at 23. I would love to have him. Even this guy. I mean, both of them are RFAs. It's worth the risk. I mean, this guy, he wants a 2-way deal. So let's say I give him a 2-way, give him the max. They're probably going to match. No picks required. I mean, it's I lose nothing to do it, so why not? No picks required. If they don't match, they're crazy, but you never know. This guy here is 75 overall at 20, but he's medium elite. Gonna give him the max for a 2-way deal. Again, all of these guys, taking them basically are not costing anything. You never know If they sign with our team, that's good. If they match the offer sheet, at least we try. We have nothing to lose to try. Those could be very good players for our team in the future. In goal, there's Marcus Samsonov. So he just wants a 1.175. So I'm just going to give him what he wants, even a bit more, 1.5 for 1 year. I already qualified him. There we got Slater, actually, who advanced 80 overall at 23. He is an RFA. He wants a one-way deal. Vance as well, one-way deal. So I'm just going to see if I can maybe get one of these guys, kind of steal them. You never know. But I want to focus on defense and seeing if I can make a trade with Thatcher Demko. All right, guys, going to try to make a blockbuster, another big trade. So I'm leaning on Samsonov to get him signed to be our goaltender of the future. Thatcher Demko here is 87 overall. He had a pretty rough playoff. He is 29, so approaching his 30, so his value isn't going to... So his rating may not go up to more. Going to include his Jason Girard kid. He's only 18, but 52 overall. Going to try to get two very, very good defensemen. Bowen Byram here. We know how good he is in real life. 86 at 24, medium elite. Only making 5.3 for 3 years. So he's basically making the same amount of money as Demko. 2K less. 200K less, actually. And this guy, Kai Marjamäki, a Finnish player. We know we love the Finns in Montreal. He is a medium top 4 potential guy. He actually had 31 points, plus 24, 80 overall at 21. He's a defensive defenseman, which I think our team needs. Value is pretty even. Let's see if this is going to go through. A prospect and Thatcher Demko for Bowen Byram and Marjamäki. Trade is rejected. All right, so after this trade, our team is set. Our defense is looking very good. I may need to include a draft pick, maybe a second for next year. Let's see if that pushes it over the edge. Trade is accepted. There we go. Our defense is pretty much set right now. We actually sent an offer to Samsonov because we want to keep him on the team. We have 3.8 million of cap space right now. I'm looking for another goaltender in Laval. I know there were some guys here that we could potentially get. Slater or Vance. I mean, this guy is only 23. He's 80 overall. I'm going to give him let's say 1.910 for 2 years. So let's give him what we can afford. We need a third round pick to get him. So I'm going to give him a 1.9, 2 years. We need to give him a third. That's a good deal for us if we can get him. Let's see if the guys will sign. Samsonov, I qualified him. I sent him an offer, so he should be coming back to be our starter for next year. Let's see what happens. So Laurie Kynan did go with another team. He was a defenseman, a young guy that was medium elite potential, as well as Aiden Cloud. That's too bad. As well as Alex Tucker. Marcus Samsonov is back with our team. There you go. So the Pesci as well as Lauzon go to Pittsburgh for a prospect and a second to the Hurricanes. So a bit of a trade there. Let's see if Anderson's going to come back. He's going to come back as well as Fitzpatrick. So we get our last defenseman for our team. 2/3 for Primo. Going to say no for now. So our team is pretty much set. I'm honestly surprised. I wasn't sure if we're going to be able to pull off this offseason to get everybody that we needed back, but we were able to. This guy here, low elite, 83 overall at 22 years old, wants only 1.1 million. I'm going to give him 1.5. Actually, I can just give him 1.36. So let's give him that. No picks required. He's an RFA. As well as this guy here, 1.3 for 1 year. You never know. Again, just hoping that they sign with us and their team don't match, which they probably will, but it doesn't hurt to try. So Russ goes to Philadelphia for Asham, looks like to be a prospect and a first to the Canucks. Russ was actually an 85 overall. So Dimitriev accepted our offer. A couple of those guys that were basically two-way deals that were medium elite potential. I try to get a few of them, but they need to sign an offer sheet. So the Red Wings match an offer sheet for Dimitriev there, which I expected them to do. A first and stringer for Greenway in 2/3 to Calgary from Buffalo. So there's another trade. Nick Patan goes to the Bruins for 2 seconds from the Penguins. Wow, so quite a lot of trades from the AI in this offseason so far. So we actually couldn't sign Primo. We didn't have the necessary cap space. We got a third round pick for him from the Panthers. Now, I wasn't really leaning on keeping Primo, given that he was a bit older and he was in the 80s. So I didn't feel that it was fair for him to be in the AHL. So I'm glad to see him have the potential to be in the NHL with Florida. And that's a trade. A couple of former Habs, Armia and Eller in a third for a first and a second. So Ottawa gets Armia and Eller from the Penguins. Wow. So they won the Stanley Cup and then they get two former Habs. Just basically a kick in the face from Ottawa right there. Drake Kagula and a couple of picks for a first. So Chicago gets the first there for him. Wow. So a lot of trades in the offseason. I'm actually going to sign this goaltender here, Reed Bitts. He's only 23. He went 36 and 15 in the USA a couple of years ago. 76 overall, medium fringe starter. So he would be basically our goaltender. He would be a goaltender we could use in Laval. Going to sign him to a contract. He's only 23, 76 overall. The kid still have a few years to grow. All right, here to look at the lines, and they're looking very nice. I'm surprised I was able to keep the majority of the core intact. Only a couple of defensemen really that we departed ways with, but we're able to get some very good defensemen in replacement. So Draisaitl went down one, but he's still in 95 overall. I mean, 95, 96 is really not much a difference. Caulfield there went down to a 90 from a 91. Still very good, obviously. Trevor Wong went up to an 89. Unala there, 86. KK still 91. Shane Wright, 88. Puyarvi, Domi, Drouin, Maron, Dino Gallagher. Bottom six. Forwards are pretty much the same. Defense there, Bowen, Byron with Bouchard, Churchin and Smith, Anderson, and Mar Yamaki. And in goal, I made the right decision in trading Thatcher Demko for Maria Maki and Byron, because Samsonov is 87 overall, highly potential at 23. That is incredible to see. Poise is only 70, so hoping doesn't affect the playoffs too much. We have actually Maxime Lapointe with the +1. We have 90, 96, 91, 91, 94, 89. So we technically have 5 91s and then 5 90 pluses and an 89. So we have two guys technically that are 94 and over for rating for forwards. Defense, both of these guys 87, 85, 89, 85. Obviously, our goaltending is very solid. Taking a quick look at special teams. Right, Kotkaniemi, Draisaitl, Wong, Byram, Caulfield, Domi, Unala, Bouchard, Churchin. KK actually has 86 faceoff, Draisaitl 83. Penalty kill, we still have Philippe Danault there. I'm going to take a quick look at Laval's lines and then quick look at our awards for the previous season. We'll end off the episode there. So these are the lines right now. I'm actually going to probably play around with that. I'm going to do a lot of changes. So before we end off the episode, I'm going to look at the awards. I'm going to look at the lines for the AHL team, Laval Rocket, for the next episode. But Calder Cup champion, Laval Rocket. We have a championship in Quebec. Still looking for that first Stanley Cup with the franchise mode. Obviously, the Ottawa Senators won their first Stanley Cup in franchise history. Colorado Avalanche, they won the President's Trophy. The Clarence Campbell Bowl, the Winnipeg Jets, Prince Noel, Ottawa. I mean, of course, Ottawa won it way, way back. Then the team didn't exist for quite some time. So they did win it, just not in the current franchise's history. Mark Scheifele with Yart Ross. The heart goes to him as well. Heiskanen gets to Norris. Lady Bing goes to Kucherov. The Calder Stranges. Conn Smythe, Brady, Tkachuk. There it is. Vincent de Grubauer, as well as the William M. Jennings. Bill Masterton, Santini. Jack Adams to the Wild Coach. Selke goes to Sean Couturier. Ted Lindsay goes to Scheifele. And the Rocket to Austin Matthews. There is a look at your awards for the 2024-2025 season. Looking forward to the next season in the franchise mode, and hopefully another playoff appearance, and hopefully a deep playoff appearance. So that's going to do it for the episode. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day.